Yeah, they're going out either today or tomorrow morning.
So I'm at Southwest Truss in Sierra Vista, Arizona this morning, and I was talking to one of their representatives, Jim. We talked about trusses for the Strawbale house, and he was kind enough to let me come back here and kind of see their production area. So let me just give you a quick little overview. Sorry about the wind. I'm sure it's making some noise. Anyways, this is where they do the layouts of the trusses. And as you can see, they have a bunch of stops on the table, so they're able to set that up for mass production. That way each truss is sure to be the same size. So I talked to Jim about the size of our house and the design, and he said that he's going to put some drawings together and get a number to me probably in a week or so, which is fine. They said they're about 2 months out on production, which will just about correspond to when we need to get the trusses delivered. So that'll work out real good. Are all the trusses made out of 2x4 or 2x6s? Both.
Depending on the span, the load.
I see that this gable roof that the guys make, are they actually making a double? Is that like a double 2x4?
Drop top gable.
Drop top.
That's the upper one, the bottom one's for structure.
So that's similar to what we were talking about, like with that overhang where you said it was going to be 2x6 exposed on the overhang.
Well, your overhang is a 2x6. I've got it on the low and on the end.
Right.
And the sides we didn't.
So this is just some of the production area at Southwest Truss. Trusses they've manufactured. They offer a crane service, so they'll be able to deliver and then put them in place. Now the trusses that we're looking at purchasing wouldn't be this big. They'd be long, but they wouldn't be this cumbersome. So 2 or 3 guys could definitely pick them up and get them onto the walls. So just a couple different styles. You can see they'll do gabled trusses that also offer a vaulted ceiling look. And yeah, so that's what they got going out here. So I just got back from Southwest Truss. Got a lot of great information about what trusses for the Strawbale house would cost. So I got some information about TJIs, which are a man-made wooden I-beam. That's what they look like, at least. They're comprised of a plate, 2 plates that are made out of 2x4s, and then a sheet that does the vertical portion made out of OSB. You can order these at Home Depot, and they have a vendor that produces them. And I got the price for 23 pieces, each one 29 feet long and 16 inches tall. And the total, excluding tax and delivery, was $3,500. So they're not cheap. Now, the representative over at Southwest Truss said that they're going to be less expensive than trusses. The benefit of the truss, however, is that it's an open skeleton structure. So if you need to run wiring or plumbing through these trusses, it's no problem. With these TJIs, they do provide knockouts at certain locations, but you can't just drill or cut into these beams anywhere you want because they are structural and you'll compromise the integrity. So I'm waiting for that information on the trusses. I should get those in about a week. I did get the pricing for all the materials required for the deck for the house, and I'm going to go over those numbers with Yvonne. I did go to both Home Depot and Lowe's to get a competitive price, and honestly, Lowe's couldn't even come close to meeting Home Depot's prices, and that's because of the fact that a lot of the pressure-treated items that I need are in stock, whereas at Lowe's they would be special order. So anyways, looks like Home Depot is going to be getting my business. So what we have here is a rough layout of the house, and it's going to be approximately 40 feet long and 24 feet wide. So we've got batter boards put in, and we have strings strung at as close, without doing super accurate measuring, we have it very close to where the strings belong. Now these strings, where they intersect on this inside corner, will represent where the post is going to be secured into the ground. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come out here and refine these measurements. So the first thing we're going to do is measure between this string here and its comparable string down at the other end and get a distance of 39 feet 9 inches. That represents the place for the post to go, and then once the 2x10 is secured to the outside on both ends, it'll bring our outside dimension to 40 feet. We're then going to leave these two corners without touching them, and we're going to square up the strings. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to make sure that the distance between this string and the parallel string on the other side is 23 feet 9 inches apart. Again, that's compensating and allowing for 1.5 inch nominal dimension board on either end, bringing the total width then, after the rim joists are installed, bringing the outside dimension to 24 feet. So it'll give us a finished outside dimension of 24 by 40, and that's where our plywood will then secure right to that edge. Okay, Yvonne and I just spent about a half an hour squaring up these lines, and we've got them so the distance between this corner and that corner is 23.9, and the distance between this corner and the long side down there is 39.9, and our diagonal is 46.5. So we're 46.5 on each diagonal, so we should be square and good to go. There was only one little hiccup, and that was that we had so much adjustment to make on this one corner. I actually had to rebuild the batter board and move it actually a little further away. You can see from that hole there, that hole there, that hole there. That was where the original batter board was. I had to move it out so that we could get these lines to line up properly. Now that we've got the batter boards all set up and the strings pulled, I'm just going to clear out some of this greenery here that's growing right along the string line. It hasn't interfered with our measurements, but it might get taller, so better safe than sorry. There's not a whole lot to do. I'll just pull it out along the length of the string on all four sides. So all the corners are set. Yvonne just came along and marked where all of our string lines are on the batter boards, just in case. She also tied the corners together just to kind of keep things in place, because we're expecting a few days of rain and we don't want these things coming apart. But if they do, at least we'll have a good idea of where they belong and we'll be able to reset them. Hopefully pretty easy. So I now came along here and just used a torch and burned out some of this vegetation you can see over here, just to kind of clean up the inside and make it a little bit more like a construction site. So that's it for today. We are going to get things ready for the next few days of rain, and you can see it's coming. So anyways, that's it for today. These are going to be shorter videos because this is going to be a lot of small steps. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comment box below. Thanks for watching.